Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Cameron, and this is Seven Stone. It's a 3D platformer. It's about a little stone that's been given life, and I've been working on it for roughly a year, off and on, of course. And the focus in the gameplay of this game is to be similar to what you would find in a precision 2D platformer, but bringing those kinds of design concepts into 3D. That's been a focus of mine, having this really tight movement, really snappy jumping, and everything feeling nice and solid and grounded, especially since you are a rock. I wanted to really emphasize the feeling of being a rock, controlling this big rock character. So, without further ado, here is Seven Stone. Okay, and so here we are. This is 7. You can move, you can jump. You can do a little backflip jump. You know, if you turn on a dime, you kind of do that little skid. Skirt. And if you jump during that, you do a little backflip jump. And a regular jump is 2 blocks high. This is a 2 block high. This is a 2 block high. And a backflip jump gets you up 3. So that's kind of the core design philosophy of this game, is all the movement is very deliberate. Everything is very intentional. There's nothing that's kind of loose or by accident. Everything's being placed, to be explicit in, how the levels are designed. As you can see, everything is made out of these tiles. So these are like almost like a 3D version of pixel art tiles. Kind of similar to Minecraft, I suppose you'd say. And, you can pick up these rocks. You can throw them. And, The little log, you can do a little log run type of thing. You can roll it. Run and roll on it. There'll be some fun things to do with these. And, so I'll just kind of do a little bit of a demonstration here. You can just kind of get an idea of what the game's like. Oh god. So I really like those bridges. I meant to go back to check them out with you guys, but just fell, so. They got a little bit of like a spring force, and they actually like add to your momentum, so you can kind of like use them for like a little extra jump height. But it's not really intended. That particular mechanic isn't intended to be used like that. It is just a side effect of how it works. there's a little run through the first area. Now, something I would like to explain too is a little bit about the design, the level design of this beginning section. So this is where the player starts, and the path to move forward is actually up in these trees, but you cannot jump up into these trees with a normal jump. And I kind of intend, I'm working off an assumption that players will most likely drop down. And once they drop down, this is a 3-block high jump, so they cannot jump back up until they learn how to do the backflip jump. And in fact, to jump into the tree, it is also a backflip jump, and that's how you proceed with the rest of the level. So assuming that the players will just drop down, I thought, okay, how can I put the player in a situation that kind of forces them to learn this mechanic? So this is one kind of version of that. The player would try to jump and miss, and then if they jump again, going that way, backwards, then they will do the backflip jump. Of course, they might not understand what's happened. They might be, a little bit confused, and so there's just kind of more reinforcement of that concept. So this is kind of like a little run-up area designed to kind of guide the player naturally to want to give you the space to do that backflip jump. And the third and kind of final iteration on that, like a little 1-2 punch of training, if you will, is this tree, which is only backflip jumps to do, like so. And at the end, they get a little reward. So this is the collectible in the game. I am preemptively calling it a moonstone. I don't know if that will be the final name for it, but you grab it, and while you're holding an item, your movement speed is a little bit dropped, and your jump height is also dropped. And so you have to bring it to the little glowing platform to actually collect it. So there's a little bit of a challenge to getting the collectible. Now, you may have noticed there is no audio in this game. So that will be next. So if you'd like to see more, if you'd like to continue on this journey watching me make this game, that will be next, is adding audio to the game. So please stay tuned. And of course, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. It would mean a lot to me, and it would, help build this channel, and in hopes of building a community around this game as well. So, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.